If you're someone that watches my channel regularly, you probably know that I recently bought a Browning High Power. And because I want to review this gun as a carry gun, I actually have to carry it for a while. So I've been carrying it as my concealed carry weapon for the last week. Now this is the Mark III model, and I noted in my previous video that there were some changes between the Mark III and the gun that I owned previously that was also a Browning High Power. One of the big differences is that it now has an ambidextrous safety, or ambidextrous as we say in West Virginia. Right there you can see it has a safety on the weak side. And that spurred a lot of people to say, I hate guns with ambidextrous safeties. I hate when they have a safety on both sides. I wouldn't own a gun that's like that. And other people asked me, what did I think of the gun having a safety on both sides? Did I think that was a good thing, or did I think it was a bad thing? Well, I'm going to have to disagree with the first people and say I think you should always have a safety on both sides of your gun if you're going to carry a gun that's single action only and has a manual safety. Now, my advice is to not carry a gun like that for self-defense. Well, let's not say advice. Let's say my preference would be to not carry a gun like that. I prefer to carry a gun that does not have a manual safety. But if you're going to carry one that does have a manual safety, make sure it's on both sides of the gun, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Now, the first reason that I would say that you should always have a safety on both sides of your gun is a situation like, let's say, one night you're out doing what you normally do, and through no fault of your own, you end up with a caribou bitten onto your strong hand. I mean, she's really bit in there and not going to let go. No matter what you do, you can't get your hand free. Well, in this case, you're not going to be able to use your strong hand to reach for your carry gun. You're going to have to use your weak hand. You're going to have to reach down to your ankles and pull your carry gun with your weak hand. Now, at first, you might not want to take the safety off. At first, you might just want to try to smack him a couple times and say, let go, bitch, or caribou, let go. But she ain't letting go. And now let's say the situation gets a little worse. As she's bitten onto your hand, you see she slips her pump off and she grabs a straight razor out of her shoe. Well, now it's a deadly situation. You're going to want to be able to thumb off that safety with your weak hand. So that would be the number one reason why I would want a safety on both sides of my gun. But there's another reason, which may not be as evident as that one, but I still think is a very good reason to have that Ambi-Safety. Now, I can't speak for everyone out there, but I think I'm pretty safe in saying that I, like most people, spend a lot of my life worried about being raped by someone I don't want to rape me. Let's say one night I'm coming out of a play or a movie or a bathhouse late at night, and I've got to wander down the street by myself after dark in what might not be the greatest neighborhood. And as I'm approaching my car, I see a bunch of guys standing there on the corner looking a little shady, and the first thing I think to myself is, I don't think I want those guys to rape me. So I make myself just a little more ready. I just reach down through my shirt, thumb off my safety. No one can even notice what I'm doing. Don't have to pull my shirt up, don't have to do anything. Because it has that safety on the outside, I can just thumb it right off through my shirt. That way I don't draw any attention to myself, don't give away any advantages I might have, but I'm just a little bit more prepared. Then if I get closer to those people and determine that they are people I want to rape me, or they look like someone who's not going to rape me, I can just put the safety right back on. And you can do that other times too. Let's say you're in a video store, I think they still have those, and you're walking up to the counter with the movie you've just picked out. And you're not paying real close attention to what's going on up there. You're looking at the movie you just chose, and you're like, who's Ryan and why are they shaving his privates? And as you get to the counter, you hear someone say, don't move. Then you look up and you notice the place is being robbed. There's someone robbing the place and he's telling everyone else to not move and don't get in his way. Well, at this point, you're not sure you're going to draw your weapon yet. You don't know if you have an opportunity to draw your weapon yet. But maybe he's not paying real close attention to you. You can make yourself a little bit more ready, like I said, by just thumbing off the safety. Then if he just grabs the money and runs out, whatever, you put your safety back on. If he actually becomes a real threat to someone, you can draw your gun and shoot. You're already ready to go. So there you have it. There's just a couple of reasons why I think if you're going to carry a single action only gun with a manual safety, the manual safety should definitely be ambidextrous.